Hello everybody, how's everybody's day doing? I hope everybody is healthy, happy, and safe out there. It's Cindy here with Total Home, and I want to share with you today a Total Home quick tip. Going to be on creating large color swatches for the purpose of repainting. So we're all home and many of us are getting that to-do list done, and one of the things that I want to get done is repaint my bedroom. Not my favorite task to do, but I'm looking forward to the transformation nonetheless. So we all know that we have the little fan decks and the little color chips, and they're like these little thumbnail size color chips, and it's really hard to determine whether the color that you've picked out is a color that you're really going to love and like. And I always recommend to my clients that they do a large color swatch so that they can view that color at least 3 times a day. Usually this is best suited for a weekend when we're home, but since we're home, you can do this you can do this now at any time. And what you want to do is look at it in the morning, look at it in the afternoon, and look at it at the evening time, because the lighting is going to dramatically change the effect or the way that this color is perceived. And you'll have a really good idea as to whether or not you love the color. And if one of those times a day the color is just throwing you off, then maybe it's not the color for you. Decide how your lifestyle is. I mean, if you happen to do a lot of evening entertaining and you have a lot of guests in your home in the evening, that evening time color may be really important to you, moreover than the first morning color. So I want to show you what I recommend for my clients to do. But I've covered my surface area with a really old tablecloth, one of those outdoor tablecloths. And I've purchased a Bristol board from the dollar store. And it's just a white Bristol board. Get the white one. And what I'm going to get you to do is to create 4 large swatches with this one Bristol board. This does not have to be perfect. I'm just drawing lines like across the middle, both directions. Just making a line like this so you have 4 large swatches. You can use an X-Acto knife. I have a pair of scissors right now because I don't trust cutting the X-Acto knife on my dining room table, even though I have it covered. It's not the easiest, and it may not turn out the prettiest, but don't worry, it's not about that. It's really just about getting that color on the wall. The way that you do this is you're basically just going to take some painter's tape or whatever and stick it up onto the wall. And what I recommend you do is just do a tape roll on the back of the swatch so that you don't see that green painter's tape on the outside, because that color, the green painter's tape, can actually skew the color of it. So I try not to have anything that has a lot of color next to my swatch, because color reflects onto your paint chip and can actually change the look of the color. So it's better to have as little distraction as possible when you have your paint swatch on the wall. I'm going to actually try this X-Acto knife. This is not easy with scissors. Way better. Okay, so now you have your swatch. So basically what you want to do is you want to paint your paint. You're going to take your paint and you're going to paint all the way to one edge. But you're going to leave a gap, a 1-inch gap all the way around, so that you have the white down here and the paint in here. And I'm going to do that for you now and show it to you so you can understand what that looks like. Again, this does not have to be pretty. It's just to get the point across. So just to show that to you, I don't know if you can see that. So you see how I've made like a border basically, but one side is going to be painted all the way to the edge. The reason we do that is we want some separation between the paint color and the wall. And this white border helps to separate the 2 colors, the existing color from the new color that you're looking at. It just kind of helps to define those 2 colors. The other reason that we're doing painting to one full edge is that you can actually butt this edge right up against any other surface. So for example, if you're painting your kitchen, you might want to butt this up to your cabinetry so you can see how the color works with your cabinetry, and so on and so on. You can butt this up to whatever you want it to, so that color is directly on the other color, just so you can kind of see how they're working well together. So Couple of important tips here. So basically, you can get these little paint samplers from your paint store. I highly recommend you buying these. They're about $10, $7 in some places. It's a $10 investment that could save you a ton of work, aggravation, and oh my God, I hate the color moment. So I highly recommend you go to your paint store, get them to tint this the color that you want, pour it into your little paint tray. You won't need a large paint tray, little tiny roller. You're just doing a little sampler here. Get a good amount of paint on your roller and make sure that you do 2 finish coats on your paint swatch. Really, really important tip. The reason that you want to make sure you get 2 finish coats is because if you happen to have any ghosting, and that's basically where you apply 1 coat of paint onto your swatch, but you can actually see the white or the other color underneath it. And that applies to your wall as well. That's why we always recommend 2 finish coats. Plus, also, if you don't do 2 finish coats of paint, you're not going to get the trueness of the color. So you might need to allow this to dry and before you apply the next coat. I don't know how long the time is before you have to let this dry, but I'm just going to show this to you. I chose this really dark color just so that you can see it really well in the photo. So this is what I've done, and this is your paint swatch basically. So you're just going to stick this up on the wall. On the back of it, you can always write the names of the paint color that you're using so you don't forget them. This means it's mobile. You don't have to have a permanent swatch painted onto your wall, and you can't move that once it's up on your wall. So this is a really great transportable way to do large color chits in your home very affordably. You saw how long it took me to do this. Super, super quick, super easy. And but you can transport this to whatever room that you want in your house. I mean, if you're planning on painting your home one color throughout or through multiple rooms, this is a really great way to move this around. Not only moving it around from room to room, but also moving it around the room. So I always recommend to people that they take this chit and they put it on a dark wall where there's no light facing it, and then put it on a wall where the direct light is facing it, because the color is going to change based on the amount of light that's reflecting off of it. So I hope that this Total Home Quick Tip was really helpful for you, and it's going to be a great tool for you as you guys are getting ready to paint in this time of getting your to-do list done. Please add your comments below. If you found this valuable, we would love it if you would share this video with your family and friends, and please do hit that like button for us, okay? I hope everybody has a happy and healthy, safe day. Have a great weekend, by the way. Talk soon.